Kosha, kosha. No, that's not kosha. That's just my silly socks. Meow. Hello my friends, welcome back to the channel. I am very happy that you are watching my videos from my quarantine in Norway, and as promised, today's video is going to be dedicated to my quarantine room in a quarantine hotel in Norway. More specifically, right now I am in Bergen. This video is not only entertaining but also very useful for those people who are at the moment are planning to go to Norway and more specifically to Bergen, so that they can more or less understand what to expect from quarantine hotels here. As I mentioned in my previous video, I hope you watched it because it showed all my story of traveling from Latvia to Norway with my cat Kosha. I already told you there that before I traveled to Norway, I googled and watched some YouTube videos with some other people on YouTube who were doing these videos from quarantine hotels in Norway. I found some videos from quarantine hotels in Oslo, but unfortunately there weren't any from Bergen. So maybe this is the first one out there showing the situation in Bergen. Or maybe I was just too clumsy to find a video about Bergen quarantine hotels, whatever. So this is my story, this is how I am living right now for 10 days in Scandic Kokstad. Let's start from the beginning. When I arrived, I was welcomed by quite a friendly hotel staff, and I had to fill some kind of form with my personal data like phone number, name, surname, passport details, etc, etc. After filling the form, you have to pay for the quarantine hotel stay for 10 days. This point was kind of confusing for me because I know that upon the 7th day you are allowed to do another COVID test, and if it's negative then you can leave the 10-day quarantine a little bit earlier. But I was consulting people at the airport, I was consulting the person taking my COVID test at the airport, and also I was consulting the lady who's working here in the hotel on the reception, and she said that even though you do the COVID test on the 7th day, the results will come after 2 or 3 days. I don't know what takes it so long, and so the result is anyways that you are going to stay around 10 days anyways. I don't see the logic here. People, if you have done the COVID test on the 7th day, please make sure you write down in comments how it is actually working and was it worth doing. Because at this point, with so many people saying that this actually doesn't work because you don't get the results like on the next day, there's no use in doing that. So also, if you are anyways intending to do the test on the 7th day, you cannot pay on the first day upon the arrival for 10 days. You can feel some kind of lack of logic there. I'm not sure how it actually works because, for example, if I wanted to do my test on the 7th day, but I have already paid for 10 days, but surprisingly, for example, the results come in 2 days and I can leave on the 9th day, how it all happens? Do they return my money or what? Most probably yes. Just putting out the question now. You pay for the hotel and you have a special person from the hotel who show me where my number is located. I'm living on the 3rd floor, and I guess I should stop talking and let's see how I'm actually living here. So this is my hotel room and I am beyond satisfied. So I can put my clothes here. There's this thing for ironing. I have some ventilation. I have teapot, like electric kettle, additional towels, and iron! For God's sake, that's so convenient! I have a small fridge. Don't mind the mess because Vitaly sent me something like fruits and stuff from the shop. TV,
And already I had my dinner, or is it lunch? I don't know, by the doorstep. That's where it's going to be the next days, and let's see what it is. So we have a blueberry muffin, soft, looks nice. We have a water bottle. We have a banana. And I don't know what it is. Looks like some kind of sandwich or a burger. Not sure. I will open it later. When I was like checking in, they asked me if I would like to have lunch. And I said that no, because I have some stuff still in my bag that I have to eat. And she said, okay, then I will probably bring you dinner. Are there like any preferences you would like for drinks, like Fanta, Cola or whatever? So I ordered some zero sugar cola. And when I came to the room, there was already this package by the doorstep, which was lunch, which means that even though I didn't ask for it, I have it. And now while I'm like undressing and going for a shower, there's a knock on the door, which means that dinner is served. And now I have another bag of food. So I have 2 bags of food. And what we have here, we have another blueberry muffin. So I have 2 now. I think it's a sandwich. Again, a banana. And as ordered, zero cola. So much food. It's crazy. So this is a place where you can actually work. You have some extra lighting. So the view, it's okay. So I can make things lighter. Then there is this very, very comfy chair. I can see myself talking to you there and telling you something on my YouTube channel. This is the bed. I will let you know how comfy it is. So I think all of this is kind of Viking inspired, Bergen and stuff like that. Really, really kind of spacious. I can still see myself doing some kind of workouts probably here. And then there is bathroom. It's spacious. So I even have like a hair dryer. So shampoo, shower gel, large shower. Again, me. And yeah, that's it. And I must say I am beyond surprised about this. So giving this one for the moment, but it's like just the first impression. So let's see what happens the next days. This is going to be embarrassing, but that's the truth about me. And especially I know that there will be comments from Italy, but I just can't travel and cannot live anywhere for a long time without this guy, and this guy, and there's another one, this guy. Pretty much this is my company, the necessary company to fall asleep when Vitaly is not around. Yep, that's the truth. I am still sleeping with stuffed animals. Later on, I understood why I actually got both of these bags of lunches. I thought it was dinner, but it was actually lunch. So upon my arrival, this lunch bag was already by my doorstep, which meant that most probably the staff left it for the previous person who lived here. And then they brought me my lunch with my cola, and I had already taken the first bag. So now I had 2 lunches. One was for me and one was for somebody most probably who lived before me. So I guess I stole one lunch. Now let's talk about the hotel rules. They give you a whole list of all the rules that you have to obey, and I will just like outline some of the most important things. So
It is important that you stay in a room and you are not allowed to go to lobby, to go down, to ask questions with the person on the registration. You are not allowed to use like common areas and go anywhere. The only place where you can hang out is your room, and you can go out on the corridor to take your food. So you cannot hang out in the hotel as we are all used to do when we are living in a hotel. If you have some kind of questions, you have this phone, you press a certain number and you get connected with the registration, and you can ask whatever questions you have. Maybe you have some preferences with food, like vegetarian options, because it was said that if you are vegetarian, they can provide you with vegetarian food options upon your request, which is great actually. So yeah, that's the thing about communication with the hotel staff. So you are not allowed to smoke in the room. That's kind of not my problem, but people who are smoking, they can actually use the emergency exit and smoke on fire stairs. The next thing that I was kind of worried about was, am I allowed to go outside actually? As normal human beings, we do need some fresh air, because otherwise you will constantly live with a headache. You are actually allowed to go out for walks. At the end of the corridor there is emergency exit and fire stairs, so I can go down and go for a walk. And when I return back, if the doors, the emergency doors are closed, there is on the doors there is a number where you can call to the hotel security and say that you are from the number and you want to come back to the hotel because you went for a walk. And then somebody from the security, of course in mask, will open the door for you. During the time you are spending outside for a walk, you are not allowed to go to public places like shops, pharmacy and stuff like that. You are also not allowed to use public transport. As I mentioned in my previous videos, the only moment when you are allowed to use public transport upon your arrival is if you are going to the quarantine hotel from the airport. In my case, the local municipality took care about it, and I went to my quarantine hotel in a special designated bus. If you actually break these rules and you buy something and come back with a bag full of stuff that you have bought, the security person opening the door will actually see that you have broken the rules. I guess this is how they are managing all of these things and controlling people. I went through all of this yesterday when I went out for a run. So I guess there's like no difference if you are running or if you are walking. I used my time to have a little jog for 5 kilometers. And actually the hotel is located in a place where there are not so many like living houses around. It's pretty much close to the airport, and there was just this long road where I could run, and it was great. Like during my run I met more or less 1 or 2 people, and they were keeping the distance just as I was, and I was also wearing a mask. So and also one of the rules says that if you go for a walk you should keep the distance of at least 1 meter from others. So I obeyed all of the rules, and I'm confident that I was doing all the right things as supposed to. Now let's talk about the food. The breakfast is served at 8:30, and it's served in a special area in the corridor of my floor. Now, the problem with breakfast is that actually the bed here in my room is so comfy, and I think all of the stresses that I had before have just left me away, so I'm very relaxed and I have this very good sleep, and I simply cannot wake up at 8:30. It's simply impossible. So I'm sleeping in almost every day and missing my breakfast. But there's no problem with that, because I have some stuff for myself here that could serve as breakfast. But yeah, and also lunch is served at around 12, so I am good with that. I will still try and wake up at least one day for you just to film what kind of food is served for the breakfast. doing that for you, and this deserves likes, my friends. This deserves likes. So I will try to do that, but upon this moment I cannot actually judge what kind of breakfast is it good or what. Sorry for that. Lunch, as I said, is served at 12 o'clock, around that time, and dinner is served around 6 or 6:30, although yesterday I guess it was a little bit earlier, around 5:30, which is fine for me. I don't have to hurry anywhere. I'm just here in my room hanging around. So how is the lunch and dinner served? Dinner and lunch is served by your doorstep, and you know that the food is served by the fact that somebody is knocking on your door. So the knock on the door doesn't mean that you have to open it. It just means that dinner or lunch is served. There's a thing with that knocking on the door. Every time they knock on the door, I get very scared because I don't expect that, and so I'm always going like this. Oh, what's happening? What's happening? About dinner. Upon my arrival, I received these two lists with kind of my menu for each and every dinner, so I can actually see what I will be eating for my dinner. So today we have the 23rd of January, and I see that I am going to have a cheeseburger served with potatoes. This is also very convenient. Not that it kind of changes anything if I read it and I know, but I can be prepared, which is also very good. I noticed in some YouTube videos where people were actually talking about their experiences in quarantine hotels that they do not actually like the fact that the food is served on the floor. I don't have problem with that, actually, because people here in this quarantine hotel are actually trying their best to give you the best service as possible in these complicated times. And I don't have problems if the food is actually served on the floor, if it's like packed properly, and here it's packed properly. I don't think that it's a huge problem. I think problem would be if the bed would not be comfy, if there wasn't any fridge, if there wasn't like electric kettle, if I don't know, the shower wasn't working or your toilet was clogged. That's a problem. But if your food is just put on the floor by your doorstep, that's not a problem. At least for me. I'm living here with a positive mindset and not trying to kind of be very critical about each and every tiny thing, because I think I have all like the most necessary things to be happy, to live like a normal person in this room. Just saying. If you have some kind of necessities like from the pharmacy, or maybe you need to buy some kind of products, it is said that through the Scandic shop you can order hygiene products, food, snacks, soft drinks and more. So it is possible to order some kind of stuff, and you have to just call to the registration and they will inform you about all of that. In my case, and maybe my suggestion is, if you have somebody like who lives here and who can help you, you most probably can ask somebody from your family or your friends to buy the stuff that you need and simply deliver. For example, I asked Vitaly to buy me a lot of fruits because my daily meals consist like 50% of fruits. So I cannot just simply live without them. So I asked him to buy like apples, pears, kiwis, grapefruits, oranges, and also I cannot live without cottage cheese, I cannot live without yogurts, I cannot live with cheese. So I cannot live, oh my god, I cannot live without cheese and all of that stuff. So he bought me all of these things and he delivered them for me. I have this extra food that I am used to have each and every day, so this kind of helps me also to live through all of these quarantine days. A very helpful thing is the fact that I have a fridge here. I don't think that I would be able to live without fridge, because that saves the day a lot. Otherwise, where would I keep my cottage cheese and my yogurts? So yeah. That's a huge bonus actually here. I wasn't expecting to have a fridge. I thought I will have to improvise, and I've seen on YouTube videos that people are actually improvising because they don't have a fridge. So they put their things that need to be kept in a cold, they put in a bag and put just outside the window so that the air outside is cold, and that's like their improvised fridge. I'm so lucky to have a fridge here in Scandic Kokstad. So there are so many things I wasn't expecting, and they are actually here, so I'm very satisfied, very positive about the fact that I am here. On the area where the breakfast is served, throughout the day there is unlimited access to tea bags, to coffee, to milk, sugar, and all the other stuff for hot beverages, so you can go out whenever you like and take the tea or coffee or whatever you fancy, boil your electric kettle in your room and drink as much as you want. Also in the corridor there is unlimited access to linen, like there are towels you can take if you need some to change, there are spare toilet papers, there's also a fluid for disinfection, there's also like bags for trash, so all is set, everything's like fine, everything you need is out there. All of your trash that you need to kind of throw out, there are two trash bins outside in the corridor, and you just simply go and throw out your stuff that you need to throw out. The only thing that I can actually imagine that's like hard for me is the fact that there is no room cleaning service, and I get a little bit stressed. I want to clean this, but I am trying not to pay attention and keeping myself calm. It's just 10 days. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Of course, the level of service they are providing for me here also shows that the staff and the people in this hotel are actually doing very well even during these complicated times. So thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope that I provided all the information you wanted to know. If you have kind of any additional questions about my stay here, please write down in comments and I will try to answer everything. And also put some likes below the video so that I know that you liked it, that you found it useful, and also because, you know, I put a little makeup on for you. Otherwise, if it weren't for you, I would be like only walking in pajamas every day for 10 days in a row. So yes, also subscribe to the channel and press the notification bell to stay updated with my future videos, because in my next video I will tell you more about how I am trying to stay fit during these quarantine days. And also I have a plan to make a video that will show you everything I am eating and receiving from the hotel on the daily basis. So it's going to be like food-oriented video. So yeah, thank you for watching again and see you next time!